Dear viewers of GASA Media, this is Njieh, Cultural Weekend. Njieh, development organization known as Kuda USA. So we are here in Maryland. It started yesterday from the football soccer tournament, which was between the youth of Njieh versus the BLM youth. So even though the outcome was not very favorable to the Njieh youth, but it was all about friendship, bringing excitement and bringing development to Njieh. And later on, we follow up with the barbecue, which was so heavily. The crowd there was a lot. So you will stay tuned to GASA Media. You will follow us, watch all the footages as we begin to release them. But this morning, Saturday, July 5th, I have the opportunity to be with the president, Mr. Monfort Sivanos, who has been the president of Kuda USA for the past 6 years. Mr. Monfort, you are welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Dr. Ernest Kumba. Thank you, GASA Media, for the wonderful work you do to the community. We cannot appreciate you enough. I think history is going to tell your story.
Yes, Mr. Monfort, when you look at the crowd that was outside there last night, I think it was like never before. I mean, the house was packed. Outside there was a lot of food, there was a lot of drinking. People were just dancing and just celebrating.
Yes, it was. I want to call it a mammoth crowd. And to be honest to you, conventions keep improving day in, day out, year by year. We thought we had the best convention in Ohio, but yesterday it took it to another level. I want to first of all appreciate our host, the Nkemen Thomas family, for giving us the opportunity to use his residence. I want to extend my appreciation to his neighbors who let us stay there with all the noise till about 1 a.m. last night. We cannot thank them enough for that. Talking about the crowd, the truth is, I myself, I could not believe that was the Njieh could pull that crowd in Maryland, given the fact that, you know,
There are many other occasions.
There are many occasions in town, so many things going on, but people sacrifice and choose to spend their time with Njieh.
Yes. And talking about the crowd, even when the organizing committee chair, the convention chair, Mr. Evers, so he really echoed that the goal. Even when we were celebrating, he was still asking people to turn out today, especially in the evening where there will be fundraising. But before we move to fundraising, you have been at the helm of this organization for 6 years. Can you vividly say what project has been able to accomplish in Njieh? I think throughout the 6 years, there have been like maybe 3 conventions.
Yes. Yes, we were supposed to have had at least 3 or 4 conventions. I have been at the helm of the Kuda USA for the last 6 years. I and my team were voted in Boston in 2018. Just when the socio-economic crisis in Cameroon started. Prior to that year, the following year was also to Njieh for the global Njieh come together, but because of the security reasons, we could not take on that trip. The following year, we focused our attention on the humanitarian exercises, because, you know, when the war broke out in the BLM on the Fontaine Central, Njieh became a safe haven. So most people moved from Azi, Njieh, and the neighboring area, the villages around the Fontaine Highway. So they moved inland to Njieh. So, as a matter of fact, Njieh was the first community to organize and enlarge humanitarian exercise to all the people that were settled in Njieh. So we gave them food assistance, provided them with some sanitary supplies, just to make sure that people don't run from a war into a sanitary crisis. So we did that. After that, we had a convention immediately after that. We resolved that all our development use shall be focused on humanitarian exercises, humanitarian assistance to Lebanon people and Njieh people. On that note, we provided humanitarian services to Njieh multiple times. We also paid attention to our IDP's brothers and sisters who moved to Fako and Meme division, and then we extended it to Menu. So those in Sancho, Chang, we provided them what we required for at the time. That said, the development effort of Njieh has not stopped since then. We've continued to work, we've continued to do things with Njieh people. As we speak right now, we have Njieh today stands out as Lukudo as the pilot project for the solar electrification project. Meanwhile, the war was going on. We said, okay, we have to do something for our people. we cannot let our people go up the chunk to charge their phones or go to the neighboring pier to charge phones. So we came up with a pilot project to install charging stations at the palace. We accomplished that, and then within a few months after that, we decided to extend the solar electrification. So Njieh is made of 4 quarters. Ndungale, Beke, Njenma, and Jenale. All of these areas now have street lights.
Okay, have street lights.
Yes.
Now, talking about street light, do these people have light in their compound?
Yes, not everybody.
Not everybody.
But the majority of compounds in Njieh today have lights.
Yeah, because the argument has been, some people are saying, okay, it's good to light the street, but you must also provide lighting at home, so that even when you see light outside, when you come home, you cannot stay in the darkness. You can at least watch TV or charge the phone and communicate with us or with family around the globe.
Yes. To the best of my knowledge, I will tell you that 90% of the compounds that have been habitated today in Njieh have lights.
Okay.
Yeah, at least 90%.
What about the water project?
The water project, prior to the crisis, Njieh already had pipeline water. But our goal was to extend to reinforce what was existing and build more catchments. Because right now, before the war, we had 2 catchments that were already running. Our goal was to extend it from the water source all the way up to the K. And then one of our wonderful daughters had already built a private catchment for their family use, but decided to donate that to the community. So our goal was again to enforce that and then extend it.
Has that been accomplished?
Not yet. Reason being that we did the negotiations, got a contractor, signed the contract, but for security reasons, the contractor refused to do the work. That he cannot take the risk of going to Fontaine to do any kind of work in that area. But our goal is to make sure that the incoming team or the next leadership of Kuda see that project come to fruition.
So now, when is your term of office going to end?
Well, eventually my term of office officially should end today.
Oh, should end today. So there's election when
there should be an election today, because Nkuda runs on a 2-year mandate, a maximum of 2 terms, because we don't want a situation where we create another CPDM government one person stay in power for too long. Yeah. So I actually stayed for 6 years. I've been there for 6 years because of the situation that we found ourselves. We had to kind of push ourselves a little bit.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of push now, and I would want to call it the wind of change throughout different villages and funding organizations in the BLM, where you see the youth coming out now very forcefully. Try to even take the lead, because there have been a lot of argument that sometimes we do debate, we do deliberation, we put the youth at the background.
Yes.
So what would be your advice, or what will you do if you step down today to bring the youth now to the front?
I think my trends will talk for itself. You can see my convention organizing chair. He's a very young man. It was not by error that we chose a younger person to do it. And then in the course of doing that, if you look at the innovations he has brought in, a lot of youth are getting involved in the whole thing. Like the youth football thing is an innovation. You're going to see what is going to happen to this evening with the Njieh youth. That's when you will know that Njieh leadership is something that we do not just have a powerful leadership at the top. Our focus is to train the next generation of youth. And if you see we are getting our children involved, like the children today, you see most of them on a tour. The reason is bring them together, captivate them, give them reasons to be part of it. That way they learn to see what the parents are doing, the uncles are doing, the aunties are doing. From there they pick up that trend. So our goal is to get the youth involved in every development strategy of Njieh.
Okay. Now, under your leadership, you have earmarked with your team the goal and the objective of this convention, which is kind of a little bit long term. From my reporting. Practical education, the technical education, trying to empower the youth, to give them the kind of education that sometimes we refer to as transformative education. Exactly. So that you learn the skill, not just for learning's sake, that you come outside and you hit the job market, you are able to explore.
Yes.
Most of the building at home, not in Njieh, maybe in particular, but the neighboring village that you mentioned, have been dilapidated.
True.
They need repair, the bridges, all of this kind of stuff. We're talking about extending the catchment. We're talking about electricity. We need maintenance.
Yeah.
And we need you that will be able to handle this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Now, when you leave office, you've worked with your team to earmark this project. How are you going to ensure that there will be continuity? Have you throughout your time, put a policy that when you leave an office, there should be a continuation of those kind of projects that they shouldn't stop.
Yes.
Because the next president may come in and maybe start something new.
Yeah. You know, Njieh is lucky for one thing, that the Njieh sons and daughters do not just leave their development efforts to leadership. They make themselves part and parcel of it. So they are passionate about whatever thing we are doing. We try to implement we try to do the bottom-top approach, where most of the development initiatives come from the bottom. They actually tell us what they think is going to be beneficial to them, and then we see how we can raise the funds and then push the agenda across. Going back to education, prior to the crisis, we were lucky to have had a donation from Professor Tambo, who had offered to provide us a building for a technical school. And if you go to Njieh today, you will see a modern technical school building in Njieh that can house up to 4 classrooms. Prior to that, we already had a GTC running. These are our community project, community of infrastructure. So we sat down and said, okay, the Cameroon economy, or hopefully our goal is to see Cameroon become self-sufficient, self-reliant, and that is going to start from the bottom. If we keep on relying on the call it general education or whatever, then you are training administrators, you are training civil servants, but again, does the Cameroon economy need civil servants today? We need technicians. We know those who can create jobs for themselves. We know those who can take care of their own business. So that's why we focus on. Our focus this year is unleashing practical education in Njieh. Our goal is to take advantage of this infrastructure that we already have, to see how we can train the next generation, those who are going to take out these solar panels. Do we need to hire somebody, hire a contractor from the West Province to come repair lights in Njieh? Do we need to hire somebody from Douala to come to Njieh to fix a bridge that is broken, to fix a tap that is broken? Yeah, and looking at it globally from Lebanon today, basically there's no school in Lebanon. Njieh is blessed to have the structures. Why not tap into these resources?
I think that will be the message that will be sending, that you probably, I think, will be sending out this
Yes.
day. Dear viewers of GASA Media, you have been listening to the president, the CEO of CUDA USA, Mr. Sylvanus Monfort. We are here live here. The convention is going to start any moment from now, so we just see the opportunity to talk to him. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. We'll still have a conversation. When we come back, I would like him to see if he can work in partnership with the Njieh Rural Council, with the mayor, so that maybe road infrastructure, what have you, can be improved. Again, this is GASA Media. Everyone, you are welcome back again one more time. This is GASA Media, and we are at the convention ceremony of Njieh. This is Njieh Cultural Week, and here is the president of CUDA USA, Mr. Monfort. Before we went on break, we were talking about development in Njieh, and one of the things is infrastructure wise. Just that our area is still a little bit in the remote area. Otherwise, even put on a building, you have to go to the council to take a permit, which is supervised probably by the mayor. And last time I had an interview with the mayor, he was saying he's very open to work in partnership with community organizations, especially those in the diaspora, who are contributing almost 70%, if not 100%, to the development of homeland. Do you foresee that CUDA USA at some time could partner with the council, maybe to help with some of the infrastructure, maybe technical wise, maybe they have something like a bulldozer or a grader or any of the heavy equipment machine, like road construction or some of the things? CUDA USA could reach out and say, hey, we'll have this project, we want to do this. Can you provide other assistance?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we are actually brainstorming on that. If you look at Njieh is on the east side of Lebanon, the east side of the Aziz Palace, and between Njieh shares boundary with Soota, it shares boundary with Kubuku. And then at this moment, as we speak right now, Njieh is like a safe haven, one of the safe havens in the bank right now. And luckily, Njieh is one of those villages that as motorable roads or access roads from both ends. Azi Njieh Bele Njieh, Azi Njieh Nka Njieh, call it Pia, Kubuku Nwale to Njieh, Njieh to Sawata. And if we were to actually, if we were in the position to work with the mayor, the city, the Managing Council, and the council mayor, I will actually request that the mayor adopt the Ngo, Arolankem, Njieh, Bele, Njieh stretch of road as a council road. That way it gives it maximum attention. Because from this crisis, you can already tell that if the Chamfontaine road is locked, the bank becomes landlocked. If Manfred road is blocked, the bank becomes landlocked. So, the road linking Kubuku, Ngo Arolankem, Njieh, Bele to Azi is going to be not just, it's not only going to benefit Njieh people. I just call the villages along that stretch. You have Njieh, Sangwe, Tabo, Bele Nanaga, Atuchan, Njieh, Azi. Think of the population along the stretch and see the economic impact of that road. If the council should take over that road. So that's something, if I were to talk to the mayor, I would propose that the mayor takes over that road. It doesn't end there. We can also decide and say, okay, we want to link Njieh to the Trong A road, call it Trong A road, the Ngundeng Chang road, linking Njieh through Lekong to the main access road. That is a road that if we open up that road, it's going to serve a lot of people in Lebanon. At that point, you will see that almost every area of Lebanon is interconnected by a road network. Good thing for us in Njieh, within Njieh has 4 quarters, and you can actually access all of these quarters with the road, with a vehicle. You live in Njieh, you live in Dungale, you come down to Njieh, you drive to Nchoma, you drive to Beke, drive to Njenale. These are all 4 different quarters, and you can actually access all these areas. So if I were to talk with the mayor, I would say, Mayor, Mr. Mayor, give Njieh roads an attention. It's not only going to benefit Njieh, it's going to benefit Lebanon. It's going to be beneficial for terms of the region as a whole. So those are the areas that if I were to talk to the mayor, so those are the things to take care of. Again, there's another road, Njieh through Nka. Again, if I have to be economically honest, I'll tell you, the population linking Nka and Njieh, the economic impact will not much because of the number of villages. But if you take Arolankem, Njieh, Bele, all the way back to Azi, you see quite a good number of people along that stretch.
So now that you will soon leave office, I think maybe this may be something that maybe you may volunteer behind, maybe write a project, maybe channel it to the mayor and see what happens.
For the correction, I'm leaving office, I'm not leaving Njieh.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm leaving the office as of the president, but I'm still in Njieh's son. I still have Njieh at heart. So everything that goes on Njieh comes to me, everything that makes me happy, makes Njieh people happy, I will do it willingly without thinking twice.
Yes. Mr. Monfo, I want to thank you so much for taking the time outside here. I know that people are already arriving at the convention hall. I will let you go for now, and we'll see how the day goes. And definitely hope the fundraising will be well.
Yeah, before I go, I want to invite every son and daughter of Njieh, every son and daughter of Libya, every son and daughter of Lebanon, every Cameroonian to join us today, to join His Royal Highness Chief GM Fonge, to celebrate Njieh, to raise funds to help assist our children back home. Our focus is to improve on technical education in Cameroon, because that's going to be the lifeline of the next Cameroon that we have. We cannot keep on relying on borrowed knowledge. God has blessed Njieh sons and daughters, has blessed Cameroonians, has blessed Lebanon people with the mental capacity to do their own things. And I think join us today and let's make Libya 11 grow.
Okay, thank you. And